Hey, great to have you back to the podcast at MPG Xtreme. This is Blaine Williams, as you know, a high-ranking rep with MPG Xtreme, and I'm coming to you today with four of my very close friends who have been utilizing the Premium X-Cap product, this fabulous, almost magical product backed by 30 years of history, a ton of science, patent, insurance policies, you name it, EPA registration. You put it in your car and you drive. People say, how's it work? I say it works great. You go to the fuel station, you put it in the tank, one tablet for every 11 to 20 gallons, and you drive. There is no mystery to it. And if you're concerned about any of the mechanical things, we've got a professional technician with us today with 40 years of experience to talk about that. And with that, I'm going to go to Michael Vinton. Michael, you live out in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And why don't you tell people about your professional background, and then let's jump right into your experience with the MPG Premium X-Cap.
All right, thanks, Blaine. Like you said, I got 4 decades of automotive experience, 4 years of college in computer science, if that matters, which it does with the computers nowadays, which control everything. I have to be perfect with my business and your car, everybody out there. If I don't fix it right, nobody's happy, including me, the product that we have here is something else. The catalyst, it speeds up reaction. Perfect. Yeah. When you speed up reaction, it burns faster. Everything works better. I've taken motors apart with this product in my that's been in my vehicles, in my chainsaws, lawnmowers. I've taken them apart just to make sure. I'm a professional. So my experience with this is I got an 02 Avalanche. I go through a couple tanks a week, driving parts, etc. I'm saving about $35 for the cost of the product, which is for the whole week, which is pretty good. That adds up over the year. And every bit counts nowadays, other than that.
Michael, you've been 40 years as an automotive and truck professional. You break motors down. We don't recommend folks you do this in your garage over the weekend, especially if you're like a school teacher or an accountant. But we'll leave it to Michael to do that. You break them down. The motors are pristine, from what I've been told. Is that correct?
Very pristine.
And if they did not have the product running through it, what would that motor probably look like when you broke it down?
When you break them down without this product, you see carbon. Carbon is leftover gas. That's why we got these catalytic converters.
Yeah, so that carbon or leftover gas is bad for the motor, bad for the maintenance, and bad for the environment. So we have a product, you put the pill in the car, and in your case, you're saving $35 a week, right? So $35 a week is close to $150 a month. That's like $1,800 a year. If I had an envelope with 18 $100 bills in it and I was going to give it to you today, would that put a smile on your face?
Very much so. Very much so. I work hard for my money.
You reduce the maintenance on your motor. The last question I'm going to ask, the number one question people ask when they've got a beautiful new car, is this going to create a problem for my motor?
Not one bit. This stuff coats the inside of your combustion chambers, fills all the imperfections in the metals. It makes it almost like a Teflon pan. Put Teflon on a clear pan or a clean pan. If you quit using it, it goes away.
How about the injectors? People are often concerned about the injectors getting plugged. Oh, we lost Michael.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. How about the injectors?
Excuse me?
How about the injectors?
The injectors, this thing, when it dissolves in the fuel, it becomes a soluble instead of the hard pill that you see in the package there. It's soluble. It never goes back to a solid. Transfers to the motor, through the injectors and just like the computer's telling it to.
So Michael, just in
Mhm.
the interest of time, are you saying that there is no problem with the injectors?
Zero problem. It does nothing like the ethanol.
I want to mention that there is a law that Congress brought forth in the 1970s called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. So when someone says, I've got a brand new BMW or Mercedes, and I don't want to void my warranty, the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act says that a manufacturer cannot void your warranty because you've put a fuel additive in your car. So they say that to you because they want to control you to have you buy their BMW synthetics or to buy the Mercedes products, which cost 60, 70 bucks, when you can get the MPG Xtreme X-Cap for $2 and frankly have a superior product. Thank you, Michael, very much. I'd like to run all the way up to St. George, Utah, and hear a little bit from our dear friend, Rebecca Wilhelmina. Rebecca, tell us about your experience with this product. You've been using it for several months now. How's it working out?
Well, Blaine, thank you for having me on this evening. It's working great. You know, if you think about it, I spend $2 wholesale on the tablet, and it used to cost about $80 for me to fill up my tank. I have a CRV Honda. It's about $4 per gallon. I used to get about 24.6 miles per gallon. Now I'm getting a little over 32 miles per gallon. So I'm saving an average of $25 per gas tank. It's like someone spitting out $25 at the gas pump for me every time I fill up. And I drive to Las Vegas, a lot of times to California. So
you spend $2 for the tablet, and that $2 blossoms into $25 in savings.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
how many
average of $25.
How many fill-ups a week on the average? Because I know you drive a lot.
Sometimes 2, sometimes just 1. I used to get about $289, 234 miles per tank. Now I get about, let's see here. Now it's at 4. Now it's at 428.
Okay.
And I'm just a little under.
Okay. You don't need to go there at all. But
the fuel level.
Very good. All right, let's run all the way out to Central California and hear from a long, long time relationship and friend. If you can believe it, we're elderly gentlemen now, but we went to high school, different high schools, but at the same time, in fact, competed against each other back in the day. John Elliott not only was a great athlete, but he's a great business guy. John, tell us a little bit about your business, what you do, and how this product has affected you.
Sure. Thank you for having me, Blaine. I broker pallets, so I drive a lot with a pretty heavy load. I have a 2000 one-ton dually diesel pickup that's got 389,000 miles on it. I put 2 caps in, cost me $4, and when the driving and the miles and everything was done and the math was done, I'm saving $54 a tank full.
Okay, John, just for the people that don't come from agriculture or industrial areas, pallets are those wooden blocks
Yeah,
that
carry produce.
Put stuff on like you'd see at an Amazon warehouse, right?
Yeah, well, 85% of things that come into this country or out of this country go on pallets.
Yeah,
so
so
there's
you are in the business. I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's lots of pallets out there, I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, so you're in the business of hauling those around, recycling them and whatever in this huge truck with 400,000 miles on it.
Right.
And you put, and so your fuel is a big part of your business expense. You're putting $4 worth of our product, which would be 2 of the tablets in your tank, $4, and that turns into over $50 in savings. Is that what you're telling us today?
Yeah, $54 minus the $4 is a $50 savings.
And how many times a week do you fill up?
I normally twice. In that truck, I have a half-ton pickup, a new half-ton pickup we bought in 2021 that's got a 26-gallon tank. And when all is said and done in that vehicle, I'm getting 30 to 32, saving $30 to $32 a tank.
And how, you put 2 pills in that tank too?
I put 1 in that tank, even though it probably requires 1.5 because it has a 26-gallon tank. I put 1 and still getting benefits. The first time I did it, I got 2 miles more per gallon. I'm up to 6 right now, and it might go up tomorrow some more. I have to drive to Salinas tomorrow, so I don't think I'm done.
Hope it does. So you have 1 truck you're filling a couple times a week, saving $50 each time after the cost of the
Yeah.
product. That's $100. And you have another truck you're filling up, say, once a week, saving $30 minimum. So there's $130 a week, $260 every 2 weeks, $520 a month. That sounds like about $6,000 plus a year that you're putting
That's-
in your pocket tax-free.
That's correct. And
Let me
that's a
ask
pretty
you,
good,
if I had a
that's a
bag
pretty
right
good
now,
vacation.
what's that?
Pardon me? I said that 6,000 is a pretty good vacation.
Well, that's what I said. If I gave you a bag of cash, $6,000, you'd probably take a nice vacation, right?
Yeah, I might be
And-
camped
and
out on your
first-
doorstep, see if it happens again.
You heard Michael Vinton talk about the extension of the motor life, the value of it and all that. So you can't really lose with this product. And I
No.
remind people that it carries a $1 million insurance policy. If there's ever a motor failure caused by it, you're covered. And that warranty has been on this product for over 28 years now. There's never been a claim filed against it. So we're very positive. I also will tell you, this product's manufactured right here in the United States of America. We're very proud of it. Even though we're an international company, moving into many countries around the world, this product is coming out of Minnesota. So let's now go out to Michigan. And let's talk to our good friend, Larry Alford. Larry, take a moment out, what the others did. Tell us a little bit about your professional background, and then let's talk about what this product's doing for you.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Blaine. Been doing trucking for almost 25 years. I've been all over the country, Canada, even up to Alaska in my truck once. And but I'm doing a dedicated thing now where it's the same mileage all the time back and forth, which is really good for figuring out these kind of numbers. Been doing it for several months. Started right out first tank. I got almost 2 miles to the gallon better, which is just unheard of. And that's I'll get to the money here in a second. It's averaging out plus or minus a mile per gallon easily, all miles that I drive. And I drive some heavy, some lighter. It comes out to be about $75 savings per round trip, 750 miles. I do 2 to 3 of those a week. So up to $225 a week I'm saving, and I'm spending maybe $15 on each fill up. Using
So
one of the
with
things
the,
you showed earlier.
With the semi truck, yeah, you mentioned, hold that in front of you so that they can see it. It didn't quite show up. There you go. It's this little tube. It looks like kind of like a lipstick tube or a chapstick tube. It's got
Exactly.
the same product in it, but it looks like grape nuts, little granulars.
Mhm.
And you pour those golden tablets into the tanks. Most of those trucks have a saddle tank on each side. Now, what you have a Volvo.
I
How many
do.
miles? How many miles do you have on that motor?
There's over 1,100,000 miles now.
So you got a few miles around the block on that thing, and you
Yeah.
stick one of these tubes in each of the saddle tanks, and then you just go, right?
In the beginning, yes, but when I do one fill up, it's just over 100 gallons. So I only use one of these on a fill up. So it's like $15. That's it.
So the tube is $15 at your cost,
Yes.
and what does that save you each time you put 15 in the truck? What does that save you?
$60.
$15 to get $60. And listen, how is that in the professional trucking business when fuel has become one of the top expenses, if not the top expense in your livelihood?
Well, I can tell you it pays for more than my lunch every day.
Well, listen, now you all looked at this product, tried it, got these results, and then you decided to get involved in the company as an ISR because you wanted to get the product at wholesale. Instead of paying $4 a tab, you could get it for $2. Instead of paying $30 a tube, you could get it for $15. But you also found that you could share it with other people in trucking, in the automotive business, just people that you know. I mean, think about this for a second. You ask the question, who uses gas and diesel? Who is upset about the price of gas and diesel and would like to save money? And who would like to save money and make money? And you know what I think? I think most people would say yes to all of that. So thank you for being here today. And would you guys all recommend, not just the product, but would you recommend people considering being a part of the enterprise to be able to have tax benefits and generate some additional income? How about you, Michael Vinton? Your mic is off. You got to kick it on.
For sure, for sure. I went to a certain level in 80 days, and every bit helps nowadays. Sky's the limit.
So you're
Sky's the
making
limit.
some money. How about Rebecca? Go ahead and unmute your lines, everybody. How about you, Rebecca? Would you recommend people consider being a part of the business? Well, you're frozen up on us. You can always count on the internet, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Very good. And how about Larry?
Absolutely, without a doubt. If
Okay, Larry Alford.
Yes, I would absolutely recommend that you take a good, solid look at this business.
Very good. And John Elliott out of Salinas, California.
I do highly recommend it.
Very good.
Highly.
Listen, I'm going to close up by saying this. You've taken some time out of your busy schedule. Get back with whoever shared this video with you. Ask them to get you some details. We're not running around doing home parties around the neighborhood, chasing people down, alienating them. We're using a product the day that someone buys it, it saves more money than they're spending. It's great for their family. It's great for their budget. It's great for their vehicle. And what if this business took off and created what we call freedom money for you? Thanks for taking time out of your schedule. We'll talk to you around the corner.